Hello everyone, my name is Lowko and welcome back to StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. It feels like it's been a very long time since I last recorded a live game. So today we're playing a Zerg vs Terran played on, I believe this map is called Central Protocol. Pretty terrible map actually, but we'll go over all of that in just a second. But it's been a little while since I actually played any kind of live games on YouTube. Obviously, you know, the Legacy of the Void beta went offline, and ever since then, I got busy with Overwatch, and the StarCraft 2 campaign obviously got released as well. And, you know, I have been making a couple of videos about, you know, non-campaign StarCraft related stuff. But, I mean, it's been a little while since we did, like, the good old thing that started this YouTube channel. So here we are. I'm currently somewhere around, I believe, like, top 25 Masters or so. May actually be a little bit lower, because I went on a massive losing streak in the last couple of days. But it's all good. Maybe, like, rank 50 Masters right now or something like that. But anyways, we're currently in Master League, and I am facing up against a guy known by the name of Ruin Blaster, who is spawned somewhere on this map. Now let's talk about this map real quick. Obviously, since Legacy of the Void came out, right, they've basically introduced a whole bunch of new maps, and most of them are not that great. This one included. For some reason, though, I got like 70% win rate on this map so far, so I'm just gonna keep on playing it until, you know, I realize what most of the pros are downvoting and what the most terrible maps are. But generally speaking, whenever a new season starts, I will be playing every single map. At least for a little while, just so I can get the hang of it, and just so I will be able to, you know, observe some of the tournament games. As far as Zerg vs Terran goes, though, I've been playing a lot of aggressive styles that focus a lot on like a very quick lair, so I can get my Mutalisk out as soon as possible. The Mutalisks seem to nearly be mandatory in order to stop all of the aggression that they can go for. Most notably, obviously, the Liberator shenanigans. Liberator is one of those new units in Legacy of the Void, and it just, you know, it does require a little bit of a specific focus. So I think that's exactly what we're going to be doing in this game as well. I am obviously going to go for a quick Zerging speed beforehand, and we're still going to get about 3 queens out. But first off, I will need to figure out where my opponent is at. Now, so far in Legacy of the Void, I have opted not to do any kind of drone scouting in any of the matchups, just because it seems to be kind of a waste. Oh my god. Okay, never mind. Scratch that plan. There's already a third command center out from my opponent. I'm gonna be pulling the drones off of gas right now, and I think we're gonna go for a gold base right here in the middle. I think that's okay. We're gonna go up to 4 queens in that scenario. Just because I already see this third command center go up right now, right? This is a CC first into a third command center. So extremely greedy play by my opponent. May very well work out though, because he obviously figured out that I went for a hatchery first. Relatively standard right there. He did follow it up with a Reaper, so it's not like he's gonna have very quick Hellions to follow this up with. But this should be alright. This should be alright. We're gonna go for a third base. Gonna be getting the third base at the gold, just because I can relatively easily spread creep to it, just because of the new speed on the creep spread. Although it may not be able to make it thus far, for the moment at the very least. Gonna be putting down some creep tumors, and obviously start producing all of those drones that we really need. Okay. Still gonna try and get another one going. Oh well. Get him! Huh. A little messy. Alright. It's all good though. Still a little bit rusty after the, you know, Legacy of the Void expansion first started. But we're doing much better. Like when I first got back from playing at BlizzCon, or from not playing at BlizzCon, from being at BlizzCon, I felt pretty sloppy. As you can see, one of the things that I'm struggling with right now a lot in Legacy is actually the creep spread, just because of how much faster it is. But no big deal, you know. Alright. Okay, gonna be putting the drones in. The gas guys are right there. Do need to make sure that I don't lose too much here. This is actually pretty bad so far by me. Should be able to get the Reaper finally. Wow. Still not getting it. That's very unfortunate so far for me. We do need to start spreading creep towards that expansion. And I'm also going to be getting a Roach Warren as well as an Evolution Chamber. So you can see, I made a couple of minor mess ups right there. As far as the micro goes. But it's not too big a deal. Like, we lost like 1 or 2 workers too much right there. That's one of those things that you get used to very quickly in Heart of the Swarm, right? Because you're so used to those mechanics and those, like, orders that you build stuff in, that it feels pretty bad to lose a significant amount. But in Legacy right now, a lot of the strategies are still completely up for grabs. Now, as far as, like, strategy videos go, I will be uploading strategy videos as soon as there's, like, a bit more of, like, a solid meta to talk about. So I'm gonna be sending a couple workers over there. We do need to start making some units very shortly as well, though. So I am going to be starting up the lair here. And I guess we'll have to pull those off. Because there's way too many workers in this gas geyser. Actually sent us back to the main. Alright. Okay, very unfortunate here. You actually managed to find that. Gotta be following it up with a lot of roaches right now. Already have those. The gold base so far not really working out for me. But not the biggest of deals. Gonna be following it up with a baling nest right here as well. And we'll just escort the workers, I suppose. He's trying to actually expand towards me. We already have the creep spread underneath that. Which is very good for me. You gotta keep in mind that even though, like, he kills a bunch of workers here and there, we have not really been spending any resources on any army for the majority of this game. So, this should still be relatively good right now for me. I'm gonna get a spine crawler just in case he goes for run-bys and whatnot. But, you know, we at the very least denied that base for the time being. Now, it seems like there is gonna be a Banshee out, so we're also gonna be getting a Spore Crawler, and I'm gonna make sure that I'm spreading creep over there. On purpose right now, making sure that I'm not getting all of the energy spent on the queens. Sadly, there is gonna be a cloak Banshee right there, but that's all fine. That's all fine. We're pushing him back right now, and in the meantime, we're obviously focusing on getting our own units out, right? So, getting a lot of workers, still focusing on getting this Overseer here as well, so I should be able to kill that. And eventually, you know, we're gonna get a massive economy lead. Gonna be getting the gases over here, and I'll also be getting the what's it called? The Hydra Den. Because it seems like my opponent is going to be playing mech. We'll also be switching into the second Evo chamber right there. Getting the roach speed upgrade, and we're going to start producing units right now. Since I'm relatively high on gas, we'll be getting some Ravagers. Ravagers are very good. And we're just going to continue pushing this creep forward. Now, he's likely landed the base right now at the, you know, the other expansion. I do need to scout that out, though. If he's got it at the gold, we're in an issue, right? We have a problem at that point. So we need to try and, you know, prevent that from happening. Saturating that gas geyser immediately. 2 more workers. Alright. So he actually did get it over there. That means we're going to be pushing. We're going to be pushing right here. A little bit of multitasking. Getting the queens over there. But making sure that I kill as much as possible right here. Gonna be getting the upgrades. Alright, so far so good. Gotta make sure, obviously, that he doesn't get too much mining here. There's already a bunch of other units out right now, which are kind of annoying. I want to tech up to a hive so I can get my adrenal glands going on the Zerglings. I think that's the best way of doing this. So far so good though. Gonna send a couple of those over. And this is looking alright. This is looking alright. We can go ahead and get another base going. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get the one here at the top side of the map very shortly. And as soon as I can, I will be going up to a hive. The reason why I want to go up to a hive is to cancel... Oh. To counter those units right here. Well, this is a pretty good way of countering him, I suppose. Going to kill them. Oh, almost had all the banshees right there, but not quite. Also adding on some extra queens. Actually, I'll cancel the queens out because I do want that base. Queens, I will need you guys to come over here. Alright. So far, it's hard to say exactly who's at an advantage right now. I will have a pretty powerful army as soon as my units come out that will be able to kill all of those Cyclones. Cyclones are relatively easy to kill, but you just need the Zerglings out in order to deal with it properly. We'll be getting the bait, or the Lurker Den right now as well. And I'm gonna be starting up my other upgrades too. Alright. Map control has not been that great so far. As you can see, I'm trying to focus a lot more on the creep spread right now, but it's definitely making my other stuff slack a little. Not ideal. Alright, gotta be starting a lot of Zerglings, and I'm gonna put those separately to the right side of the map. Or to the left side of the map, rather, so I can push with the rest of my army on the right side of the map. And we'll make sure that I have the map control on this end. Alright, Hive is already about halfway done right now. I can use it for a lot of different things. Wow. Queen's actually coming back in. Gonna be getting the speed right now for the Overseers as well. Get him. Not quite. And, well, gotta make sure that I don't lose all of my creep spread once again. My opponent really does not like my creep spread all that much. Okay, splitting up my units right now to make sure that I don't lose too many workers. Already remaking them, because I know I'm going to lose at least a couple here. Gotta be starting up the Adrenal Glands upgrade, as well as the Ultralisk Cavern. Ultralisk right now are amazing in Legacy of the Void. Ultralisk obviously got a lot more armor than they used to. There we go. And these units are not cheap. These units are not cheap at all. So whatever I can trade is pretty solid. Already have a lot of extra queens out, so I can use those to transfuse the Ultralisk. But so far my opponent is obviously gonna have a pretty good economy as well, which is one of those things we are worrying about a little at this point. Alright. Waiting for the Ultra Cavern right now. Here we go. I'm gonna be starting my Ultralisk production. He's making a lot of Hellions. Obviously, Hellions don't cost any minerals. So I'm guessing that is the reason why. Alright. Waiting for the Ultras. I want the Ultras to be tanking all of the shots. We need the chitinous plating for that as well, so no reason to push any harder right now. And we're gonna be getting a couple more workers here, just to saturate those gases here at this base. Do want to get some lurkers out right now as well. Gonna be morphing those in. And all in all, this is looking pretty good. The only problem is that he's probably gonna have more expansions going up very soon. And that's where things become a little more scary. Because obviously that means that I'm gonna have a hard time killing all this stuff. So I'm gonna actually try and do some run-bys here, see if I can do some damage that way. That's the one thing that I definitely also need to be working on more in Legacy of the Void. Alright, replacing with more workers. No reason not to make any more workers right now. Alright. Well, I actually can just split up a couple like that, right? Oh, well, no. Can't do that. Where is my lurkers? That's also a planetary right there. A lot of planetaries so far. We're getting a couple of... Vipers right now. We're gonna have to move around though, because there's already Liberators patrolling the areas right now that are gonna make this pretty difficult for me. We'll be going for another base here. I'll get the one in the corner, that's fine. My opponent's still being more and more annoying. Alright, and I'll be getting the Spire right now as well. There's a lot of different units that you need, right? So basically the idea right now is that I transition towards greater Spire units as soon as I, you know, do have the option to. We're gonna be pushing into the natural. But I also obviously do want to get some of these other units down. This is alright though. Although this is actually a lot of stuff that my opponent has right now. Not alright at all, we need to move back. Ooh. I really do need a counter for those Liberators. Okay. They've got the ability on it right now, so this is doing quite a bit of damage to him. But not really all that much, to be honest, though. Wow, he's actually killing all of my stuff. Just with a couple units that he has right there, the Liberators. We needed to have the Spire done a little sooner, I think. Maybe I shouldn't have transitioned towards the Lurkers, because the Lurkers are not going to achieve very much in these sort of battles. We're definitely not out of this yet, though. We got a lot of income still, but breaking those planetaries is going to be the most difficult part, I think. You know what? We'll get a second Spire here as well. I need to get the armor upgrades, and we'll start transitioning towards some units that can actually kill this. Although he's already very heavy into the Liberator right now, and that's going to be a super difficult thing for me to kill. Oh, this is a scary army. Hope I will be able to stop this still. Got a lot of units incoming, but... do have another parasitic bomb going on it, and we have a lot of Liberators coming in. Or a lot of Corruptors coming in, rather. Okay, there we go. That's useful. That's very good for me. So many planetaries! I can't break planetaries! Not without the Greater Spire. I need the Greater Spire. Alright. I guess this is gonna be a slow and painful game where we could very well lose, because I am definitely behind at this point. However, if I manage to max out on an air army, it's gonna be very, very good. Just getting there is kind of the problem. Oh man, Liberators are good. My god. We need to get Greater Spire units out, but that's not gonna be easy this way. Mech is still surprisingly powerful in Legacy of the Void. I've honestly not seen it very much yet. Most people seem to be focusing on bio armies instead. Getting the Greater Spire right now. Just need to hold on. Just need to hold on. Alright. Alright. May need to evacuate my workers here. Can I kill that? I can. Great. Gonna be getting some extra workers here. Alright. And we'll be getting some Greater Spire units right as we can. Come on, Greater Spire. I need you right about 10 seconds ago. Okay, so here we go. Can't get too many. I just need a couple. I just need a couple of them. Alright. Alright, alright. So the thing is, I have not done any economy damage to him in a very long time. If at all. Oh my god. Blue from Hellions do a lot of damage here as well. Alright, here we go. Okay. Need my Brute Lords to move forward right now. And we're gonna slowly but surely move onwards here. We got a lot of bases still. We got a lot of income. And while we don't have a big army anymore, once this maxes out, it's gonna be real difficult for my opponent to do anything. Gotta make sure I got my queens with this army as well. Just so I can have some transfuse and also some additional anti-air damage. And we'll see how much he can really do against this. I am not certain. Like I mentioned, I haven't played much against Mech before. I just know that I should not be overcommitting on the amount of Brute Lords that I got. The Brute Lords will eventually kill everything, right? Gonna see if I can do some damage with these Brute Lords, or with these Corruptors. I got a lot of them at this point. I mean, I can kill buildings with it. That actually kills it relatively quickly. Okay, here we go. Now we just need to move back. Did lose all of the Brute Lords right there, which is unfortunate, but I can morph in new ones. This army is slow. Trying to save up as much as I can right now. See if I can do some run-bys here as well. Alright, we'll put them in a dead space. Where he can't really reach me. Once again, not too many. We'll get another base going over here. Alright. Gotta send those guys over here. So he seems to be sending the majority of his army right now other places. These workers are all gonna go down, which is not good. Brute Lords are almost there though. Obviously, there's still a base right now in the middle as well that I should be able to get. Or at least hopefully we'll get. I'm meanwhile running by in his natural. We can get on top of his production right here, which is very annoying for him. We are killing a significant part of his army here. Alright. So he's getting a lot of... It looks like he's getting a lot of... that's actually very annoying. He seems to be getting a lot of battle cruisers. Battle cruisers right now are very good as well because they can actually jump across the map. I've seen very few of them. Alright, Brute Lords, I need you over here. Alright. Oh god. I thought that would be okay. He's got a lot of Vikings actually. Wow, he's going for Vikings. Interesting. I don't know what I should do against mass Vikings. He's got still a lot more income than I do. I feel like I've been on the back foot in the most part for this game so far. I'm trying to get more and more units here, but I just simply don't have a whole lot. Well, stacking them up definitely doesn't help either. Oh my god, so I'm afraid this very first game, this very first live game I should say, of the Legacy of the Void expansion is gonna be resulting in a loss right here to Terran Mech. I know what you're thinking, very typical Lowko style right here. But either way, I hope you enjoyed this video. Obviously this is a lesson learned for me. As you may have noticed at the beginning of this game, I was definitely a little all over the place. I mean, I spent a lot of resources on making things like lurkers and whatnot, and there's still a lot to learn about these sort of things. I let him get the gold base up, which I probably shouldn't have done, but then again, I couldn't really deny it for very long either. So it definitely wasn't an easy, clear-cut game. I guess we're gonna be, you know, dropping a little bit in the win percentage that I got so far on this map. But hopefully you enjoyed watching this game anyway. Obviously, we can't win every single one of them. We're still meant to lose 50% of our matches. And that's exactly what we're doing right now. Early on in Legacy of the Void, still learning the game. Still figuring out what the matchups are all about. And looks like Terran Mech definitely still has a lot of potential. I want to thank you all for watching. Have an amazing day. Do not forget to smile. And I'll see you in the next one.